Now then, in this video we're going to take a quick look at 3 recommended down jackets for using on Mount Kenya or Mount Kenya. You may be on Mount Kenya as part of a training package on your way to do Kilimanjaro, or it might be that you're on Mount Kenya and then you've got other expeditions in mind as you work your way through experiences and different expeditions of different parts of the world. So the jacket that you take on Mount Kenya is worth considering, first of all, what you're going to use for that expedition, and then potentially what else you might be doing in the Himalayas and things like that. There's 3 jackets here, 3 different warmths, 3 different weights of course, but they're all designed to be as light as possible. With down clothing, the lighter you make it, the less weight you've got to carry in your rucksack, of course, but the second thing is the less the bulk, the pack size is, the smaller it packs down. So the lighter it is, the better, really. Of course, when you're wearing the jacket, you're not so aware of the weight of it. It's only when we carry it, so the weight does matter. So we're looking here at the warmth and the weight and the suitability of the design for Mount Kenya. Now, let's just look at temperatures. Daytime temperatures will range from around 0 degrees down to about -10 degrees C. Nighttime temperatures are a bit more severe, possibly about -5 down to about -15. There is a medium risk of wind chill here as well, so you've got to consider the wind chill on top of this. Plus the altitude, you want to be sure that you're, even if you're a little bit under the weather, if you're not feeling great because of the altitude, you want significant amounts of warmth in your clothing when you're on a mountain like Mount Kenya. So let's have a look at 3 items here that we can recommend to you for this expedition. First of all is the Yukon jacket. The Yukons, I've got 2 here. I've got a Yukon jacket and actually a Yukon pullover as well. The pullover has slightly different features. Let's just look at the jacket first. Now, it looks like a very lightweight puffer jacket, a straightforward puffer, but it isn't. It's got more going on about it, and it's got an amazing typical operating temperature of -15. It's quite remarkable. Very, very warm, but very, very light. It's been used a lot by racers, of course, people who really are counting every gram because speed is of the essence, so weight really matters. The Yukon is a very, very lightweight piece. This one weighs, it's under 400 grams. It's about 380 grams for a size medium, so it's a very, very light piece of equipment. And the thing that's amazing about it is its box wall construction. So it's a short down puffer, comes down onto the hips, past the waist, onto the hips. It's got a drop tail hem at the back of it. And so it's a short piece, it's a lightweight design, but it's got box wall construction. Box wall construction is a technical build system where you put between the outer fabric and the inner fabric, you put in between that and that, you put in a wall, a fabric wall, which allows you to put more down in. It allows it to loft deeper, further, you get a greater loft. And it creates more warmth. It's the system that we use in sleeping bags where you need more warmth while you're asleep. But this is a box wall constructed jacket, and that allows us to elevate the warmth, but it's still very, very lightweight. As I say, -15 at about 380 grams. So really remarkable piece of kit. Let's just run through it. 2 hand warmer pockets at the waist. These are hand warmer pockets, so your hands go in under the down, so it's going in under the box wall construction. In fact, it's going into the jacket, so it's going into a very warm pocket. Good hand warmer pockets. Another pocket on the chest, and that's insulated. It's big enough for significant bulky things like gloves and mitts and things like that, and snacks, but it's also particularly useful for battery driven equipment, so GPS or a camera or a smartphone, something like that. So very useful pocket, and of course that pocket is always accessible even if you've got a harness on or the hip belt on your rucksack is blocking out these lower pockets. This pocket is here. This is why this is accessible all the time. That's why we've designed that pocket specifically for that. Let's just look at the places that stop cold air getting in. Around the bottom of the jacket we've got adjustable cord lock to cinch it in onto your hips. On the cuffs we've got a lightweight lycra system to close down the sleeve and prevent cold air getting in. And on the On the collar there, we've got a high down-filled collar, and that is close fitting around your neck to really prevent cold air getting in, keep the warmth inside the down jacket there. It's made out of, it's a K series product, this one, so it's made out of 1000 fill-power down. Now 1000, why do we do that? Well, 1000 fill-power down is the highest quality down in the world. It gives you the most loft that you can get out of down, and that allows you to, it actually allows you to you get maximum loft, so maximum warmth, but it also allows you to do it with less weight. So you can make very light gear out of it and get maximum warmth. On the outer is Ultra Shell. Ultra Shell is a water resistant fabric. It's got 2 waterproof coatings, one on the outer, a DWR coating that helps water bead and run off the fabric. But on the inside it's got a spray-on coating which is permanent. It's waterproof and breathable, so it really helps protect the down in damp snow or drizzle. Of course, if you're faced with torrential downpours like we get in Northern Europe, then you need a waterproof, on top of it, a waterproof jacket to protect it. But in damp snow, drizzle, condensation of a tent, that sort of situation, the Ultra Shell protects the down very well. Inside, the jacket is made out of 10X fabric, 10 denier fabric, PHD's very, very lightweight down fabric, downproof of course, windproof, but very light, and it allows the down to loft in towards you to get the down draping close to your body, get the maximum insulation. Okay, so that's the materials and so on used in the Yukon. The final thing to mention here are these zip pulls. We've put on Reflect on the zip pulls. We've made it out of Reflect material, and that's purely a safety feature. If someone was looking for you at night, the beam of a torch here would pick you up very quickly just with these little bits of lightweight Reflect on them. So they're a safety feature. Okay, so that's the first recommendation. Just looking at the pullover, the Yukon pullover. And just a couple of things to say. It's the same design, same warmth, rated at -15 degrees, box wall construction, very, very light. 2 things to mention. First off, the zip is quite long. The front zip there, it doesn't go all the way down, but it's still quite long. It goes below the armhole, the armpit hole, so you can get quite a lot of ventilation out of that. So that is nice. And then the second thing to mention here is this pocket. It's actually a hand warmer pocket, but it's the best of all the systems out there. It's a through pocket, so if you put your hands together, they meet in the middle, you can put your arm all the way through, so you can get your hands in and rub them to help get your hands warmed up quickly. So really nice, very, very effective hand warmer system. Okay, so that's the Yukon pullover. So first of all, the Yukon is a jacket we'd recommend for Mount Kenya. Next of all, I would like to just show you the Rondoy. Now this is a step up in warmth. This is rated at -20, and it's designed in a more expedition, mountaineering expedition type of form. It's longer, it's a longer garment. It comes down well onto the hips and onto the top of the thigh there. So it's longer in body, and it's got a few features which are more akin with high altitude mountaineering. Let's just run through them. It's got a drop tail hem again to give proper protection. If you're in a seated position, you need more protection around the back. It's got a lockdown system around the hem of cords and cord locks. We've got adjustable cuffs on the sleeve there. Now that's there to give you more flexibility with mitts. So if you want to lock it down close around your wrist, and your mitt can then go over the top there, that's one way, or you can have the mitt going inside and this locking down on top of the mitt. So there's 2 ways of working those with gloves and mitts. And again, with the Rondoy here, we've got a down-filled collar. High really seals out the cold. Let's just look through the features. Yeah, let's have a look at the hood. The hood is a large helmet-size hood. It's box wall construction again, so very, very warm, a significantly warm hood. It's got down-filled chin guard and adjustable Velcro over the front of the chin to be able to really protect around the front of the face. It's got cord lock adjustment around the face there to really be able to control that hood and lock it down. You always find, don't you, the wind's blowing in the wrong direction. Quite often you need to just lock one side of a hood down and let the other one be more open, so you can actually gain visibility. But you can get good control of the hood there. And then on the back here, we've got an adjustable volume reducer cord, a cord and cord lock to adjust the volume. Okay, so that's the system. 3 pockets again, 2 hand warmer pockets at waist level. These are massive, and you get your hands going under boxwool construction down here, you know, a garment made in boxwool with a lot of down there, so your hands going into warm pockets, really great. And then again, once again, we've put a pocket up high above the harness line on the hip belt level, and you can put in there, you can stash it in there, mitts, hats, buffs, anything like that. But of course it's insulated. Again, you're going inside the garment effectively, under the down, and that's a really good place to put your GPS and your phone and to get the maximum life of the batteries that you can get. Let's just have a look on the inside. So over the zip here we've got an insulated baffle, and then I'll just open it up. Inside we've got again 10 denier 10x fabric, lightweight and warm. It really allows the down to loft as fully as possible, having such a lightweight downproof fabric. But then the other thing is here we've got in elasticated thread on the inner, and that's to pull. It's just on the inside, it's not on the outer, it's just on the inner there, and it pulls the down close to your body, and it increases the amount of insulation that down can give you. It gets rid of any dead air spaces, and it gets the down to drape close to your body shape. That's the best you can do. Of course, on here again we've got some reflect on the chest, on the zip pulls, on the back of the hood, and on the clip loop here we've got a clip loop on this jacket designed if for instance you're on a climb and you wanted to remove your jacket and make sure it didn't blow off a ledge or something like that, you can clip it into a piece of tat while you're belaying. So there we go, that's the Rondoy, rated at -20, but the medium sized one only weighs 500 grams, so a really remarkably light piece of equipment, a fantastic mountaineer's jacket. And then the warmest of the lot, let's have a look at the Hispar. Again, it's a full-on expedition grade jacket. It's designed for high altitude mountaineering. Some people use these up at 7,000 meters, so a really high altitude piece of kit, but very, very light. Again, it weighs, the medium weighs about 575 grams, so really, really lightweight piece of gear. K series again, 1000 fill power down. Let's just run through the details. It's a longer jacket, comes down onto the top of the thigh, drop tail hem, cord locks around the hem to cinch it down, cuffs, adjustable Velcro cuffs, and a high down filled collar. Now here we've got a couple of changes. This jacket is designed with a very focused approach to lightweight, and there's a couple of things to point out here. We've just got 2 hand warmer pockets here, and those are up on the chest. They're angled so you can get your hands in, up on the chest, under the down, so they're very, very warm. Good place to access the gear all the time, and away from the harness line and away from the hip belt line of a rucksack. So high up on the chest, just 2 pockets, there's none down here. We're going as light as we possibly can here. We've got we've got 2 cord locks on the front, and that's just a waist cord, a volume reducer on the waist to just pull it in, gather it up, get it close fitting, and also to prevent the thing being too big and bulky and boxy. You want it nice and well fitted. Okay, so that's that. This jacket, as I say, 575 grams, and it's rated, it's got a typical operating temperature of -30, so a very, very warm piece of kit. You would take it on Mount Kenya for a couple of reasons. One is, do you feel the cold? Are you aware of the cold? And with potential for a medium level of wind chill, do you need extra warmth for the day, for your summit? And that's what the Hispar is there to provide. The second reason you take it is if you were using it on other big mountains, maybe in the Himalayas and so on, if you were trekking or mountaineering up to say 7,000 meters into that area, then the Hispar is useful for bigger and colder places. Let's just have a look at the hood. Again, boxwool construction. It's got a down-filled chin protector around the front of the face, adjustable cord locks, adjustable volume reducer on the back, so a nice, very, very warm hood. all these hoods can be removed. So if you don't want the hood during the day, if you just want the hood at night time in camp, they can be unzipped, removed for the day if you're using a buff or a hat or a balaclava, or if you're a photographer and the hood gets in your way or something like that. The hoods can be removed, which is very useful. Not everybody wants a hood, but in camp or when you're stationary, a hood is really effective. It blocks out the wind and adds a huge amount of warmth. Let's just have a look on the inside. It's got an insulated baffle over the front. Inside we've got 10X fabric, very lightweight, downproof and windproof of course, and it allows the down to really loft effectively, get closer to you. On the inner only, we've elasticated the inside panels to bring the jacket in close to get rid of any dead air spaces and make the jacket warmer. And again here we've got a large pocket here, which is a security pocket, perfect for keys or things like that, for credit cards or something, so you can zip it up and leave it. But also it's a very good pocket that for an Nalgene, a 1 litre Nalgene bottle. You can put a bottle in there, prevent water from freezing. So it is an insulate, it's a place to keep water accessible anytime you need to drink. You can drink the water from there. Okay, so that's the 3 jackets. The lightest and smallest pack down size is the Yukon, rated at -15. The next is the Rondoy, a more significant size jacket, cut more coverage, and it's rated at -20. And the warmest of the 3 we're recommending for Mount Kenya is the Hispar, rated at -30, and suitable for other mountaineering experiences in the Himalayas and so on. So those are the 3 jackets we recommend for Mount Kenya. Okay, cheers.